He never imagined that one small act of kindness could change his whole life. Tommy was a 12-year-old boy who lived in a small town surrounded by hills, parks, and quiet streets. He loved riding his bicycle, exploring the neighborhood, and helping people whenever he could. Even though he was just a kid, Tommy had a big heart, and everyone who knew him could see that. Every morning, Tommy woke up at 6:30 a.m., had a quick breakfast of toast and milk, and prepared his school bag. His mother always reminded him to eat slowly, but Tommy was too excited to get out and ride his bicycle before school. "Tommy, don't forget your lunch," his mother called from the kitchen. "I won't, Mom," he shouted back, already putting on his helmet. Tommy loved the early mornings when the streets were quiet. He would ride his bicycle to the park near his house, feeling the wind in his hair and the sun warming his face. Sometimes he would stop to watch birds or watch older men play chess on the benches. It was his favorite part of the day. One particular morning, Tommy noticed a man sitting alone on a bench. The man was feeding pigeons but looked sad. Tommy stopped his bicycle and watched quietly. He wondered why the man seemed so lonely. "Good morning, sir," Tommy called. The man looked up and smiled faintly. "Good morning, young man," he said. Tommy walked over. "Why are you feeding the birds all alone?" he asked curiously. The man sighed. "Sometimes, life is a little lonely, but these birds, they keep me company." Tommy thought about that. He realized that everyone, even adults, could feel lonely sometimes. He decided to come back the next day and visit the man again. The next morning, Tommy arrived at the park with a sandwich in his hand. "I brought something for you too," he said shyly, offering a small piece of bread. The man's eyes brightened. "Thank you, Tommy. That's very kind of you." From that day on, Tommy made it a habit to visit the man every morning before school. They talked about birds, school, family, and life. The man told Tommy stories about when he was young, and Tommy listened eagerly. One day, Tommy asked, "Sir, why do you like birds so much?" The man smiled. "Birds are free. They don't worry about money, school, or problems. They just live and enjoy every moment. I think we should learn from them." Tommy nodded thoughtfully. That day, he learned his first important lesson: even small moments can teach big lessons. At school, Tommy was just as kind. He noticed when someone was sad or left out and tried to help. Sometimes he shared his lunch. Sometimes he played games with kids who didn't have friends. His teachers noticed his kindness too. One afternoon, during recess, Tommy saw a girl sitting alone, looking upset. He walked over. "Hi, I'm Tommy. Do you want to play?" The girl hesitated but then nodded. I'm Emily. I don't have anyone to play with." Tommy smiled. "Well, now you do." They played together, laughed, and shared secrets. From that day on, Emily and Tommy became best friends. Tommy realized that helping someone made both the other person and himself feel happy. But life wasn't always easy. One day, a group of older boys teased Tommy for helping others. They laughed at him and called him Goody Two-Shoes. Tommy felt sad and wondered if he was doing the right thing. That evening, he went to the park to think. The man on the bench noticed him. "What's wrong, Tommy?" Tommy sighed. "Some kids at school laughed at me for helping others. Maybe I shouldn't do it anymore." The man shook his head. "Tommy, kindness is never a weakness. The world needs more people like you. If you stop helping, even one person will miss out on your care." Tommy smiled. "You're right, sir. I won't stop." The next day, Tommy continued his small acts of kindness at school. Slowly, other students started noticing. They realized that Tommy wasn't weak, he was brave, and he made the school a happier place. One weekend, Tommy's parents took him to a community fair. Tommy noticed a little boy crying because he lost his balloon. Tommy walked over and gave the boy one of his extra balloons. The boy's face lit up with happiness. "Thank you," he said, hugging Tommy tightly. Tommy felt proud. He realized that even small actions, like sharing a balloon, could bring big smiles. Back at the park, Tommy continued visiting the man and feeding the pigeons. One day, the man said, "Tommy, I want you to know something. Your kindness has changed my life. I used to feel lonely every day, but now I wake up excited to see you. You remind me that there is still goodness in the world." Tommy felt a warm glow inside. He had never thought that a 12-year-old boy could make such a difference. After weeks of helping people in his town, Tommy noticed that even small acts could have a big impact. One afternoon, he saw an elderly lady struggling with her groceries and ran to help. "Do you need help, ma'am?" he asked. "Oh, thank you, young man," she smiled. Tommy carried the groceries and listened as she shared stories of the town when she was young. That day, he realized that kindness was powerful, even in small actions. At school, Tommy started a club called Kind Hearts to encourage students to help others. Slowly, more children joined, helping the elderly, cleaning parks, and sharing with those in need. Tommy's simple idea began to inspire many. He also rescued a stray dog, named Lucky, who became his loyal companion. Together, they continued spreading happiness around the town. The man in the park smiled at Tommy one day. "Look at what you've started. You've reminded everyone, including me, that kindness matters." Tommy noticed people smiling more, helping each other, and appreciating small gestures. Even the mayor praised him for inspiring the community. Tommy wrote a small note on the park bench. "Kindness is a gift anyone can give. Even small acts matter." By the end of the year, the town was happier and closer because of Tommy's efforts. He learned an important lesson: you don't need to be an adult to make a difference, just a kind heart and courage. As he went to sleep each night, Tommy smiled, ready to find new ways to help others the next day. Even at 12, he knew he could make the world a better place.